Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And today, clear skies out there. A lot like yesterday. The big difference today, a lot less wind. And look at this spectacular shot looking up the Columbia River from our Rondo Sky-Fi Tower camera. You can see the beautiful fall colors off to the lower right-hand side of your screen. The beautiful blue waters of the Columbia and those beautiful blue skies out there, which allowed temperatures to warm up mainly into the upper 50s today. And as we move through the rest of the week and into the upcoming weekend, do expect some changes. We will see mostly dry conditions once again on Thursday, again on Friday too, but we will see some windy conditions on Friday. In fact, we could see a steady wind Friday between 20 and 30 miles an hour. And then for Saturday and Sunday, dry, but much colder. And we will talk much more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A lone hiker from Moses Lake who ventured toward a North Cascades fire lookout is still missing almost a week later. We'll show you what it looks like when 100,000 bushels of wheat goes up in flames. And Wenatchee City Council is set to act on the next phase of the North Wenatchee redevelopment project. But first, we begin tonight. Police are investigating Tuesday's fatal head-on crash near Brewster as a case of vehicular homicide. The two-car collision occurred at 9:30 a.m. on U.S. Highway 97 and Highway 17, about 5 miles north of Brewster.
Two cars, head-on collision. The northbound lane was blocked. One individual was trapped in a vehicle that had rolled over, and aid got to the scene. One of the drivers did unfortunately expire at the scene.
That's State Trooper John Bryant, who says the driver of the Honda CRV that was struck by the suspect vehicle, 59-year-old Peggy Ann Griffin of Manson, was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the suspect vehicle, 37-year-old Kai Michael Marcellet of Brewster, and his passenger, 33-year-old Brian Wade Doherty of Okanagan, were transported to the Three Rivers Hospital. Marcellet faces charges of vehicular homicide. Well, a lone hiker from Moses Lake who ventured toward a North Cascades fire lookout is still missing almost a week later. 28-year-old Rachel Lockaduck went by herself Thursday to try to reach the Hidden Lakes Lookout near Marblemont, a 7-mile trek and almost 7,000 feet in altitude. She's not been seen since. Skagit County Undersheriff Chad Clark said today that rescuers have not given up hope.
Yesterday, searchers were finally able to make it up to the cabin where we're assuming that she was going to try to get to and stay. And they made it to that cabin, and she was not there. So we had confirmation over the weekend that on Thursday, when she went to the hike, that she was seen and talked to other hikers that were coming down the trail about halfway up. And so we know that she was on the trail at least halfway up, and that's the last time she was talked to that we know of. So we made it to the cabin, and she wasn't there. Whether she'd been there or not, we don't know. So right now, the search is going on. We got some dogs going up with articles of clothing to look for her scent. We are going to do an aerial search with helicopters to the best of our ability with the cloud situation right now. We also have UAVs. We have drones in the sheriff's office that we're taking up there to look in the area today, and with ground search as well. The conditions up there are still challenging. The snow level it's 7,000 feet where this cabin is in the area, and so there's drifts of snow anywhere from 2.5 to 6 feet, and it snowed quite a bit since the time she started hiking until yesterday. And we've had a little break in the weather now to where we can get up in there again and keep looking.
Clark says the Hidden Lakes Trail is a popular hiking route, but October weather can be tricky, and Lockaduck's trip coincided with the onset of heavy storms. Well, this is how it looks when 100,000 bushels of wheat goes up in flames. The fire at a Whitman County grain elevator broke out Tuesday afternoon, fueled by strong, gusty winds. Multiple engine crews responded to the fire near Winona. No one was injured. The cause is under investigation. Well, Wenatchee City Council is set to act on the next phase of the North Wenatchee redevelopment project. At their Thursday evening meeting, council members will be asked to award a contract for the demolition of the former Northwest Wholesale buildings. They're located on North Wenatchee Avenue. It's one of the next steps for the development of Columbia Avenue to serve surplus parcels being sold by the city. Those parcels were acquired from WashDOT after the agency relocated to Old Station. 8 bids were received on the project, with SkyCorp Limited of Arlington, Washington submitting a low bid of $209,103. Demolition is expected for completion coming up in December. Coming up next, East Wenatchee area residents can learn more about 2 planned highway construction projects at an upcoming open house. In just over a week, the Museum of the Columbia at the Rocky Reach Discovery Center will close for good after more than 50 years. And Link Transit has a treat for people heading downtown on Halloween: free rides. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Where will you be a year from now? You could be working as a medical assistant. The Charter College Medical Assistant Certificate Program gets you work ready in 10 months. Add 5 more months to earn an associate degree. We prepare you with hands-on training and support you after graduation with job search help and interview skills. Institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, Charter has been training healthcare professionals for more than 30 years. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales.
Where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
Some jobs take more than skill. They require something deeper, an innate devotion to the communities in which we live. At Gisa Credit Union, we help you support law enforcement, firefighters, teachers, and veterans. With every purchase you make with a Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card, we make a donation to select organizations. After all, we can never repay them, but we can do our best to help a little with the Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card.
Welcome back. In another news, East Wenatchee area residents can learn more about 2 planned highway construction projects at an upcoming open house. A new roundabout at the intersection of State Route 28 Sunset Highway and 35th Street will be discussed, as well as the nearby Cascade Avenue intersection with US 2 and 97. DOT officials say the improvements will enhance safety and mobility in a growing area that includes development of the new Eastside Wenatchee Landing project. Work at the 2 locations is part of one combined project that will start in May of 2020. The October 30th open house will be held at the DOT's North Central Washington headquarters at Old Station. Well, in just over a week, the Museum of the Columbia at the Rocky Reach Discovery Center will close for good after more than 50 years. The center at Rocky Reach Dam will hold a final night at the museum on Friday, November 1st from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Guides will lead visitors through the exhibits and share their favorite stories behind those displays. There also will be a sneak peek at what's ahead for the Discovery Center, owned by the Chelan County PUD. What's ahead after an 18-month remodel will be a visitors center that's far more dynamic and interactive, leaders of the project say. A few of the current museum exhibits will stay with the new facility, while others will go to the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center, and the rest going into storage. Link Transit has a treat for people heading downtown on Halloween: free rides. The idea is to make it easy for people to participate in the annual trick-or-treating on the avenue. The free rides start at 2 p.m. Halloween Day. Buses usually pick up at least once every half hour, and most of the buses will get you within a couple of blocks of the action on the avenue. By the way, trick-or-treaters, you're also welcome to stop by the NCWLIFE building on Chelan Avenue and Yakima Street. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Are you like many who are lacking in their retirement plan but are skeptical to talk to an advisor? Are you concerned about where you should put your money or who to trust? At Solomon Financial, we are more about the people we serve than policies or products. We are a fee-based fiduciary with the mission of giving you the peace of mind so you can live the retirement of your dreams. If you have any of these questions or concerns, we'd welcome you to come see us.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Being able to support yourself and your family is an important part of who we are. We all need to know we're able to provide ourselves with a secure future. Some job seekers have a harder time finding work. That's why Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is here, a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to help people find work. When you shop at or donate to Goodwill, you're really being a job creator, and that's a good thing for everyone's future. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, memorial services for fallen firefighter Christian Johnson will be held tomorrow in Okanagan, beginning with the procession of emergency vehicles through town. Johnson, Assistant Chief of Okanagan County Fire District 3, died October 2nd from injuries he sustained September 1st fighting the spring coulee fire. The procession begins at 10:15 a.m. at the Okanagan County Fairgrounds, winding its way through town before returning to the fairgrounds for the 1 p.m. services. The fire district has received letters of condolences from firefighting agencies across the country. Johnson was 56 years old. On the floor of the U.S. House of Representatives, 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse paid tribute to Johnson earlier today.
Today I rise to honor the life and service of Assistant Fire Chief Christian Johnson of Okanagan County Fire District Number 3. Chief Johnson recently passed away due to injuries he sustained while fighting the spring coulee fire in north central Washington last September. Mr. Speaker, Chief Johnson is an American hero. He served our country honorably, retiring from the Army after 22 years. Before joining the fire department, he nearly 20 years ago to serve his local community. His wife, Pam, described him as selfless, kind, and always ready to help someone in need. He was well known and well loved in Okanagan County, which is clear from the community's outpouring of support in recent weeks. I encourage all in north central Washington to pay their respects at Chief Johnson's memorial this Thursday, October 24th at 1 p.m. at the Okanagan Fairgrounds. My deepest condolences go out to Pam and the Johnson family. The people of Central Washington are eternally grateful for his selfless service to protect our communities. Chief Johnson, may you rest in peace.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to all those details, let's take a gorgeous look outside our weather window from this afternoon, looking up the Columbia River from our Orondo Sky-Fi Tower camera. Look at the beautiful colors along the river. You can see the golds and oranges along the river all over north central Washington. The colors are just beautiful right now. And you can see the beautiful blue sky as well. As far as high temperatures go, yes, it was a nice one out there, about where we should be for this time time of year. Unofficially today, 57 degrees, and that is exactly where we should be as far as high temperatures go for this time of year. Pretty much right on the target, too, for low temperatures. 39 this morning, 38 is where we should be for this time of year. Record high, 69 degrees. That was set back in 1992. Record low, 29, set in 1980. Since the 1st of January, we picked up 6.39 inches of precipitation, and believe it or not, that's over 8/10 above where we should be for this time of year. Sunrise this morning is 7:31, and check this out. Sunset now is before 6 o'clock at 5:59. Let's take a peek at your Thursday forecast and see how things will shape up around north central Washington. We will see temperatures a lot like today, maybe a little bit warmer as we move into Thursday. In fact, we will see just slightly warmer temperatures, especially over in the Columbia Basin area or Moses Lake, 63, Ephrata 63. Nice one for Wenatchee tomorrow at 62 as well, 61 in Cashmere, a little bit cool up in Lake Wenatchee at 54, and high temperature up in Okanagan County tomorrow for you folks in Omak at 61 degrees. Taking a look at that surface loop now, we'll begin with tonight. Mostly clear skies all over the western United States. We will enjoy light winds, lots of cloudiness though just off the coast, but we are seeing a ridge of high pressure just up and over the Pacific Northwest right now. It's all because of this area of high pressure. Mostly clear and light winds tonight. Sunny and warm for Thursday. We will see that ridge once again built over Washington State, so we're going to see some very nice day Thursday with temperatures into the upper 50s and lower 60s as we move through Thursday and into the end of the week on Friday. Big football game this Friday night, Wenatchee and Sunnyside. It looks to be a windy one. We'll see west winds 20 to 30 miles an hour, gust around 40 miles an hour, plenty of wind to our east as well, and that will continue to move to our east. By Saturday, winds will die down, but our winds will switch around to the north. You can see the aerials coming straight down from the north, and that will bring some cooler air into north central Washington. So expect a pretty hefty cool down as we move into Saturday and especially into Sunday with lots of clear skies. But look at all of these 30s to our east. We're going to see just a taste of those 30s in parts of the Cascades as we get into Sunday, and on Monday even cooler as we get into Tuesday, I should say, even cooler, especially back to our east. Well, we'll see temperatures by Tuesday, negative numbers possibly into Montana, around 5 below to 5 above. We won't be quite that cold here, even though we will stay unseasonably cold. You can see these purple colors. Those are below normal, below zero temperatures, and these are just barely teens. So if you are traveling east into the Rockies, dress warmly and be prepared for winter driving conditions. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune 7-day forecast. We will drop down to about 39 degrees tonight. For tomorrow, 58. In fact, we're going to be a little bit warmer than that. I'm thinking, as I mentioned earlier, about 62 for Thursday, mostly sunny. Mostly sunny for Friday, too. The big word for Friday will be wind, and lots of it for Friday with gusts around 40 miles an hour. 64 our high temperature before we begin that cool down, as I mentioned, by the time the weekend rolls around. Sunny and 55 Saturday. It will remain sunny right through Sunday into Monday and Tuesday as well. 51 Sunday, 52 Monday, and 50 your afternoon high on Tuesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Grantrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. Juan Soto homered and drove in 3 runs to lead Washington past Houston. 5-4 in Game 1 of the World Series at Minute Maid Park last night. Astros took the early lead on Yuli Gurriel's 2-run double in the bottom of the first, but the Nationals came back with a solo home run by Ryan Zimmerman in the second, and then Soto's solo shot in the fourth to tie it. Washington took the lead on Adam Eaton's RBI single and Soto's 2-run double in the fifth to make it 5-2 Nationals. Houston's George Springer did what he could to single-handedly bring the Astros back with a solo home run in the seventh and an RBI double in the eighth. Washington's Joe Smith came on and retired Houston 1-2-3 in the ninth to preserve the 5-4 victory. Game 2 underway right now on Fox. Steven Strasburg against Justin Verlander. Well, there's been another shakeup atop the Big Nine girls soccer standings. Moses Lake upset Wenatchee last night at Lions Field 1-0. Eastbourne, meanwhile, picked up a 6-0 win at Sunnyside to improve to 8-2, so the Wildcats go back to first place in the Big Nine with Moses Lake second at 7-2, Wenatchee drops to third at 7-3. Caribou Trail League last night, Chelan blanked Omak 1-0, while Cascade cruised past Okanagan 5-1. Kashmir plays Chelan Tuesday and then hosts Cascade next Tuesday. I should say that was on Thursday, and then they'll take on Cascade next Tuesday in a game for the league title. We will have that game live on the NCWLIFE channel. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen with your play-by-play from Kashmir Soccer Field. That's next Tuesday at 6:30. Also in the CWAC last night, Sela shut out Ephrata 2-0 and Quincy got by Prosser 3-2. B-League play, Brewster beat Bridgeport 5-1. Turning to the Les Schwab Prep volleyball scoreboard from last night, it took 5 games, but Wenatchee secured at least the number 2 spot in the league with a 3-2 win over Moses Lake. The Chiefs came out firing on all cylinders and beat the Panthers 25-21 in the first game. It was back and forth from there. I had the call right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
So White has brought Wenatchee back to within sniffing distance here, 24-21. She continues the service. Back line it goes to Hanneberg, to her sister. Now Shelton. Wenatchee with the counter. Nice idea up front. Now here's the kill attempt. Rios is there. Panthers, though, feel like they're out of it. Oh, it's going to go. Was it touched? It's out, and the point will go to Moses Lake, and the Chiefs win game 1, 25-21. Again, Abby Black on the service. Cross court, she'll go, and that's an ace, and it will be a Wenatchee win here in game 2. Service, Rios. Oh, beautiful serve again. Here's a cross-court set. Toth with the kill. Moses Lake with the counter. Hanneberg flat-footed, got it across. White to Toth again. Back line is the Libero Griffiths. Back line, it'll go to Rios. There's Black up front. Little touch at the net. Nobody got in the net. Chiefs got it across. On a volley back and forth, and now we're going to get a point to Moses Lake. 2 hits whistled against Wenatchee. Now it'll be Haas on the service for the game. Got it across. McMahon is there. Now Wenatchee is not going to be able to scramble after this one, and the Chiefs will win game 3. For Hamilton continues on the serve here for Moses Lake, trying to stay alive in game 4. Good serve again. Branham to Toth. The kill. The point. Wenatchee will force a 5th and deciding game here. Redmond back line to Hamilton, up front to Hanneberg. Here's to Shelton. Shelton with a swipe. McMahon is there. Up front to Branham. Here's the kill by Black. It got over the line. Black is there. Panthers scrambling. Here's the touch, and there's stuff. And how about Hanneberg? So here we go. Possibly game points. Ireland Branham, the 5'7" sophomore on the service. Got it across. Rios is there to Hanneberg. The set for Carstetter. It's deep, and Wenatchee will win it.
What a game for you guys tonight. How do you put this one in words?
I think that we pushed hard together, and it was a little rough to begin with, but at the end we came together, so it was good.
You guys kind of got off to a little rocky start. What happened in that first game?
I think we just weren't clicking. We were all like scattered and kind of freaking out. They came out better than we thought, I guess, so it took a second to get situated in the role.
You guys have been on quite a roll, winning 5 games in a row coming into this one. You played Moses Lake earlier this season. Did you expect them to come out and fight this hard?
Not really, but I mean, I think they took a set last game, so we were expecting a fight, so it was fun. It was good.
Yeah, you know, Abby is really accelerating as an attacker right now, and we're happy about that. You know, she's in her rhythm, and the crazy thing about it is she's so fresh to volleyball still, so we know that her potential can really be maximized, and she's just continuing to blossom every day inside of the gym. But we love having her in rhythm, obviously.
So Wenatchee with a win last night. Eastmont also victorious at Sunnyside, beating the Grizzlies 25-17, 15-15, solidifying third place in the Big Nine. That means a district play-in game a week from Tuesday, probably against Davis. Caribou Trail League, Okanagan swept Cascade 3-0, while Chelan cruised by Omak in 3 games. Ellensburg remained unbeaten in CWAC play with a 3-game sweep of Ephrata. Seela kept pace, improving to 7-0 in league play with a sweep of Quincy. And in the Bs, it was Tenasket taking 3 from Bridgeport. Well, trying to shore up the defensive backfield, that was given up big plays this season. Seahawks traded for safety Quandre Diggs from the Detroit Lions yesterday. ESPN reporting that Seattle received Diggs and a 2021 7th-round draft pick. The Lions received Seattle's 2020 5th-round pick. Diggs, a Pro Bowl alternate last year after a 78-tackle, 3-interception season. He's missed a game and part of another due to a hamstring injury this year, but has been there for most of Detroit's games. Diggs went to Instagram to thank Detroit and its fans and said, quote, "Seattle, let's get it. Ready to work and win more games. Too hyped," end quote. He also made a reference to Tyler Lockett and Ziggy Ansah saying, quote, "My brothers, here I come." End quote. Wenatchee's ranked 19th at Eastmont 20th in the latest Max Preps high school football rankings for 4A schools. Panthers improved to 6-1 with last week's win over Davis. Wildcats dropped their first game of the season 29-28 to Sunnyside. The unranked Grizzlies will be in Wenatchee Friday night, and we'll have the game live on the NCWLIFE channel. Be sure to tune in. Grant Olson and I will have your play-by-play with the pregame at 6:45 live from Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And recapping tonight's top news stories, police are investigating Tuesday's fatal head-on crash near Brewster as a case of vehicular homicide. The 2-car collision occurred at 9:30 a.m. on U.S. Highway 97 and Highway 17, about 5 miles north of Brewster. John Bryant of the Washington State Patrol says the driver of the Honda CRP that was struck by the suspect vehicle, a 59-year-old Manson woman, was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the suspect vehicle, 37-year-old Kai Michael Marcellet of Brewster, and his passenger, 33-year-old Brian Wade Doherty of Okanagan, were transported to Three Rivers Hospital. Marcellet faces charges of vehicular homicide. Well, a lone hiker from Moses Lake who ventured toward a North Cascades fire lookout is still missing almost a week later. 28-year-old Rachel Lockaduck went by herself Thursday to try to reach the Hidden Lake Lookout near Marble Mount, a 7-mile trek and almost 7,000 feet in altitude. She's not been seen since. Skagit County Undersheriff Chad Clark said today that rescuers have not given up hope. Clark says the Hidden Lakes Trail is a popular hiking route, but October weather can be tricky, and Lockaduck's trip coincided with the onset of heavy storms. Well, time now to check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Welcome back. Yeah, we got another great show for you on Thursday. It's the final edition of our Make a Difference Day project profiles. We'll be up at the Trusting Spirit Horse Rescue Ranch in Orondo to talk to those great folks. They need to get that place fixed up a little bit for the upcoming winter. They could use your help on Saturday, Make a Difference Day. That'll be our interview portion tomorrow, plus all the things that you're used to. That's a Thursday morning edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, live from this very studio at 7 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see you then. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
NCW Life Channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and other stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life Channel is your local TV station.
Only one dealership in Wenatchee has Motor Trend's SUV of the Year and Truck of the Year. That's right, Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has the all-new Jeep Wrangler and the all-new Ram 1500 pickup. Or get the best of both worlds in the new Jeep Gladiator. Visit Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today for more information on these award winners and see why there's no reason to leave town to buy your next vehicle.
Travel enhances your life in every way. Let the travel professionals at Journey Travel and Tours help you plan that dream vacation. Don't leave the important details to those nameless, faceless online agencies. At Journey Travel and Tours, our goal is to build relationships that last a lifetime. And when you do need help, we have a 24-hour helpline that is routed to one of the agents in our office. When you think travel, think Journey Travel and Tours. It's where your journey begins. Like us on Facebook, and you could be one of our monthly winners.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.